episodes at the end of September. So looking good for us. We got some good things going on in our state. Not all bad news. Our gym's opened up on the 9th.
Taking a little time to get their plans together, but they should be rocking and rolling pretty much soon.
Yeah, it's looking good. They're allowing football, wrestling, other sports back. We're supposed to wear a mask, which we've done in the past couple episodes if you're watching. We actually talked to a doctor, going to name the name out. Leave the name out, I'm sorry. Because, you know.
Or doctor about had a heart attack right there.
Yeah, but
no.
Yeah, so yeah, we're not doing that. So Slick and Playboy doing our normal joint by joint warm up here. Being that Knights Templar Club. You should join it. It's on Facebook called Smoking Aces. Same name as you see here. Community. Everybody's welcome from every country. We're not like that.
Gotta be a fight fan.
Yeah.
And generally speaking, a cannabis fan. But if you're fans out there who don't like to partake, but still find it humorous or educational or some mixture of
value out of
amusement,
it. Yeah.
we're more than welcome.
You're welcome.
We're more than happy to have you.
Yeah, and if you're from another sport, by all means, let us know, because we do shows, and we always look for other cannabis athletes, from parkour to whatever your gig is. Marijuana is part of the routine.
And athleticism.
Yeah, we'd like to show it. People have a lot of wrong ideas about culture. We're a couple guys that can prove otherwise. We know a lot of other people, including pro athletes, can prove otherwise. Look at other people like themselves. There seems to be a lot of success going on out there. It's legal in our state, so marijuana's really not been an issue in Michigan. Lockdowns have been nuts here. So that's been fun.
A lot of the stuff starting to point to maybe we're gonna get more and more stuff open and more regularity again. So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah. We have a nice day in the 80s, pretty warm.
Oh yeah. Especially when you're in your jumpsuit.
Yeah, when you get the pajamas on, it's amazing. It's like having a sauna. So, usual format, we're going to show a couple quick techniques, and then we're going to roll into the closing. Try and keep it short. I'm going to show another way to open turtle. There's a couple ways I like to go with turtle. They're less work and they're quick. So the first thing I'm going to show is Playboy, go ahead and get into turtle facing pin. So when somebody gets in this position, I used to wrestle. I've done a couple things. So jiu-jitsu isn't the first thing I've done. I like to start in more of a traditional wrestling position. All right. I like to start with my chest well over their chest, and I also like to have this arm try to post it between here. Sometimes they'll try and grab it, and when they do that, that leads to a very quick opening in an arm bar. We can get into that another time. But by putting this here, it's a huge distraction, okay? If they do grab it, there are several options. One of my favorite options is the dart jump. So what you do is you take this back arm here. I'm going to slide it between my body and his body. I'm going to get it between his arms, and it's very easy to get it to here. Steve, that was a clear pass, was it not?
Yep.
All right. So once you get to here, I like to put all my pressure I can on top of him for control. I'll grab the inside of my gi sleeve, okay? And then this arm that he has kind of flopping around that's between us, I'm going to take care of that slack by taking my back leg and moving it forward. Steve, how'd that slack go?
What slack?
All right, so at this point, all you have to do is spin your arm, and it's like a crank. And you just can pop their head right off like a dandelion. So I'll show it one more time. You all right, right?
Yeah.
That comes on quick, don't it?
Oh, that's
for a single side. It's more of a single-sided because you kind of got their shoulder jammed in there pretty good, but blood shuts off on one side, so it's like that slow death, like 7-second death. If it takes any more than 10, I don't know what to tell you. You're doing it definitely wrong. But it'll put you out reasonably quick. So we start from here. I like to start like this. I don't know how you do. Like I said, I'll put this arm here. I'll try and bait it. If I can get them to grab it, then I'll go ahead and execute. If they don't grab it, the way I'll execute is I'll push their head down. Now everybody's saying, oh, that's dirty jiu-jitsu. Come to competition. So I'll push his head down, and then he's going to react to this because this is not what he wants. So you just weave yourself through what his reaction takes place. Again, you can gable grip here if you really want to be mean about how you take him into this. Being my partner, I didn't go as mean as I could. Honestly, in a tournament, I would gable grip. I would pull in as tight as I can, and then I'd move forward on this arm. He's damn near choking right now. I'll go to this, and I'll just rank his neck off. I went it slow. What do you think of that? I haven't hit him with that before, so it's one of my new ways to deal with hurdle.
So, in honor of the whole thing we like to do of cannabis and jiu-jitsu and athletes of that such, I'd like to kind of flash back to the pride that they had in Nevada back in the, I think, early thousands when Nick Diaz famously got Takanori Gomi, I think it was, in the Go-Go Plata.
Yeah, the Go-Go is underrated for sure. I hit it. I hit it mounted too, which is even easier. It's right next to an arm bar if you don't know that. So if somebody's getting in trouble with an arm bar, you can go to a mounted Go-Go like right now. So you should learn it. I mean, especially starting to learn it from your back, it is more complicated than doing a mounted. So, good idea. That's solid. All right. He was very indecisive.
For a little minute there.
Yeah,
and now, I'm not the best at this. I've only hit it a couple times in my time. So, a lot of times I find with the higher belts, they know it, they'll recognize what I'm trying to do, and they're quick to shut it down. But with belts slightly below us and white belts beneath us, they never really respect what you're really doing with your foot. They're not sure what you're doing or why you're doing it until it's a little too late.
And even if you don't get the go-go, you're still, again, you're right next to an arm bar. So, that's a good move. All right. Starting to guard. Let's go sideways so they get a good view.
Like many things, we start from the guard.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to want his posture broken. I don't want him there. Can't get it there. It's going to be hard to do. So we do all of our standard jives and shucks to get to here. I'm going to want him to stay close. I'm going to start to post. And at some point in our struggle, I'm going to bring this up. And I'm going to try and bring it down and around and catch him with it hooked underneath his chin.
Blade of the shin underneath my chin.
And so as long as I have that control, I can squeeze that in there. I just grab the back of his head, push down while I'm kicking up that way. I'm not going to do it because it does suck, but that's how you would end up in that position. You know, sometimes it's tricky. Sometimes they know that you're trying to maybe go for an OMA from there, so they feel it and everything. So you might want to hip out a little bit so you can come out around and get it there. And as they're struggling, most white belts will actually be crashing down on you, not realizing what you're trying to do. And then they'll stack up, and that's where you can just kick it in and kick it into gear, and you'll have them tapping. Now, as he said, sometimes when you get here, they'll be pulling back. You just roll with it, and you end up in a vicious armbar or mounted go-go plata. Now, I'm a little bit shorter than him, so sometimes it doesn't necessarily look the same. So I want to shoot that in reverse where he's doing it to me, so you guys can maybe see the difference in length.
I use my legs a lot more than the average person does in this game, so I'm really familiar. It isn't. If my foot is next to your head, that is totally normal. All right, let's go this direction. All right, for me. I don't need to set it up as hard as Steve. What I'll do, this Playboy was going to attack it like the go-go. You don't have to. What you can do is fake a triangle. So you go like this, like you're trying to get your foot on the outside. They do not want that. So what do you think he's going to do? He's going to like smash everything in and do all this nonsense. Okay. Well, you push your leg through. He's happy for a second, right? You roll to the side. See this arm? Oh boy. And then we come up, we grab the back of the head right as you grab the shin. It's convenient to hook the back of the head. Monkey grip, don't use your thumb because you can dig into your partner's neck and it's weaker. This is stronger, okay? Now, this arm is caught right now. It's busted over my hip. So if I want to, I could roll this way and there's the arm bar. You can see move, I'm not going to do it. The other thing is, same exact thing he said, except for I gable grip. The reason I gable grip is it creates a triangle and it wedges them into the shim. That easy. So, mounted, I like to hit it from side control, or arm bar. Go ahead and go in an arm bar, we'll show them. If you don't recognize you're right next to a mounted go-go, let me put you in arm bar, because I know what I want to do here. Yeah, get on your side. I don't want to start this from the beginning, guys.
So this
is just a demo. People like to do arm bars different ways. I like to hook my foot underneath their shoulder. The reason is I get really good elevation of the arm, and it can keep them from turning into me. The other thing I like to do is hook their head. I don't concentrate on the shoulder. I try and hook right on his jawline, and I try and bring my heel to my ass, like this. Now the reason I'm doing that is because if I take his head offline with his spine, he produces less bucking power. So now he cannot turn into me, and he is really hard to buck, right? He's got to move that way quite a ways to buck. So you just keep this angle here. Okay, so from here, let's say he clasps hands, right? And you end up in this nightmare. Instead of doing all this fighting, right, and grip biting, all you do is you hook the inside. They're going to keep gripped up because they don't want to give up the arm, right? So you use this leg to kick away just a little bit. As I do that, I go into mounted go-go. Do you see it right there? That is so easy. You take this arm that you had, you let go, you put it underneath their head, you kick, tap, tap. So, arm bar and go-go into each other like, I don't know, triangle to arm bar. I mean, they're all connected, man. So, a couple different ways to approach that. But yeah, that's a brilliant thing to show, for sure. I love go-go's. I love all Pilates. I think they're the sexiest thing in the game, really.
And there's only been a handful pulled off in MMA. I know of Nick Diaz is one, and I think maybe like a Court McGee or Dustin Hazlett might have did another one in the UFC.
Yeah, I think I've seen a mounted one. I can't remember who, but I think I do remember a mounted go-go.
Our boy Aaron did it.
Oh yeah. We have a friend that's a champion, WXC champion, and he did a mounted go-go for the belt.
For the belt. That was a beautiful thing, man. That place popped and blew when he won that thing.
Oh, yeah, and if you want to see somebody that's tough, tap, do a mounted go-go, because holy crap, are you in trouble. Mm-hmm. So anyways, mounted go-go's, they're exciting. If you don't know them, get to know them. It comes off an arm bar a lot, or you can take a triangle and go into it. I don't know. Learn it.
And learn the series, because I know you could talk to any number of your guys' coaches, or even probably Google online transitional series that show you how to go from a go-go to armbar to triangle to yada yada yada.
We could show you guys like series. I don't know if somebody compliments or wants to see series. We'll show you series so you can get constant like progression. I mean, if you really want to be good at this game, endurance is important. Strength makes everything in life easier. That's just truth. And of course, technique is vital.
These are all things that you can't necessarily, like when people ask, hey, can you show me some jiu-jitsu? I'm not saying it's borderline offensive, but it's kind of borderline offensive.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because it has taken me 6 years to just reach my level, and that's through the struggles, this pandemic, the slow start at the old gym where our original coach was not comfortable with giving ranks. So the first year of both of our training, we were just standard white belts, and we never thought about it until one day he reached black belt, and he's like, hey everybody, guess what? You're promoted. He was like the Oprah Winfrey of promotions that day.
Yeah, he was.
Everybody gets 2 strikes.
Yeah, he went and found out how far behind he was.
Yeah.
But it was nice being underrated when you got to compete.
Yeah.
That came in handy.
My first match, that was pretty, because I had, well, I think maybe no stripes on it. And I've been doing it for just shy of a year and a half before, that was right before he got promoted, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It was definitely easier. But anyways, we're going to roll. So give us one quick minute and we'll do that. conclusion, we had a multi-part technical stoppage. One, my gi pants were coming down. Pretty sure they take that off YouTube, despite I was wearing boxers. You know how it is. Can't be pretty and be everywhere, you know. And then the camera ran out of battery, so we had a technicality, and Playboy here trying to rape me. That's what stopped the roll. Now, honestly, we were both about a minute from calling it.
Yeah.
This heat's bad.
Especially when you're on the
Yeah, like
mats
when I
out
was
in the
smashing
sun.
the space of the mats, I don't know if you guys ever watched that show called The Shield, but these mats are really hot right now. So when I got head control and started trying to work my way around his body, I was pushing his mats on this like a burner, his face on this like a burner. So
And not maliciously. It was just
yeah, it was
part of what was going on.
Yeah, so you know.
But yeah, I was ready to call it if it wasn't for the fact that he kept moving, so my face wasn't on it, but for like 2 seconds. Ooh, I would have had come up with my cheek looking blue from just the melting mat to my face from my flesh.
Yeah, not to be bitches, but yeah, these things get hot out here in the sun.
Oh, they really do.
And of course, we're wearing gis, so
Adds to it.
yeah, you're not going to stop sweating.
It's good, would you say, about 80 degrees out, and I can still feel the heat rolling off me is hotter than the air outside.
Yeah, and it's not. We're not under great humidity here.
No, it's a beautiful day. If you
beautiful,
weren't,
really is.
If you weren't out in the sun being jiu-jitsu guys, yeah. You'd be sitting here, just standing here being like, it's a beautiful day. Right now, it is just the most tumultuously hot moment of the day.
So we're going to go back over and review a few things. We tried to show you guys a couple of good techniques. Dart stroke from turtle and go mounted it and not mounted. Anyways, we're going to sign off. We hope you guys have a wonderful October.
Yep.
We'll probably do something around Halloween.
Yep.
Maybe it'll be a little different. We don't know. It depends. We will have the trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
Or anyway, God bless. Stay healthy.
Stay easy.